Yeah, I don't know about you guys, but was there something off with this Black Clover chapter? I mean, I didn't notice anything whatsoever that was a kind of little bit weird adding into this chapter.
Whipping.
I can't even believe that like Black Clover even did this. Like, one step forward, two steps back. It's like when Clover gets his own like originality, finally gets like, it does a little bit of its own and steps out. It just decides to like say, no, no one, let's fucking do it. And that's the thing, like, to say like straight into this video, I'm not really coming into this negative or positive and all that. I've just like for the amount of days I've seen the Raw for, and I've just been looking at that, and I'm just been like, the explanation. I need to know the explanation for what the fuck this is, because oh my god, it's no easier way to say it than yeah, fucking Shadow Clones was in this episode. Fucking Shadow Clones were in this chapter of like Black Clover. Alright, let me start from the beginning. Let's explain how did we get to this point in Black Clover where like Asta was now spawning Shadow Clones around everywhere. So basically, Gouge came back to get some reinforcements to Asta. He came in, going in, and it's nice that we got to see a little bit of flashback with him and like how he met like the captain as well. Like, I honestly absolutely loved that. You saw that little bit of the flashback that hit him and were fighting, and he had this massive katana, and it looks like the two were actually going at like fucking animals, and he had a grimoire there, and he's just like, he didn't care. Like, he escaped from prison. Like, he was doing all of that. He's like, yeah, I am protecting any of you like motherfuckers and all that. And he's like, I just want to protect my sister. And he's like, all right, just protect what you want to protect and all that, and someday that will help somebody out and all that. It's like, and even when he was now about to get attacked, because he tried to do like, double reflect refrain, trying to hit this thing, and it just wasn't doing anything at all to Sally and her monster, and it just blasted him back. And it was just like, the second that he was now about to get attacked, Asta comes out with the sword, ready to slash, ready to fuck some up. And even as well, from what we found out, like even with just pulling out his other sword as well, like his other, like one that released the blast, from what we found out from last time, it normally, like, we thought it just had to absorb stuff, but from this one, it was just able to release just an air slash just of its own. So I'm guessing not only can it just absorb magic and then also as well just fire it back at, it can just literally just release just some anti-magic at it there, which is like all coming from the sword itself from the scene. Like, and I'm guessing as well, one thing that we know about this, like maybe he's probably still got this power, because I doubt, like, if it's the sword itself that's just doing this power, but maybe it's like because he had so much of the Magic King's energy, like when he manipulated that, like when he tried to hold it, I imagine maybe it was something like that. That's why it's like slashes are so powerful, but it wasn't able to do a goddamn thing against this monster whatsoever. It's just like when we saw him like actually do like Gauch's real power, and it's like, I need to trust you and all that. It's like, yeah, I'll protect you and all that. It's like, I've used this spell and all that. I can only activate with the power I've got now. And it's like, yo, Asta, look at me. And we find out what's under that eye all that long, and it's actually like his eye is like a mirror itself. Like his ultimate power is got is like accumulate all this magic, and then he does mirror magic, mirror brigade, which is where you see the picture right now. Oh, the thumbnail, as you can see, Asta's spawning as a lot of himself, and they're all copies of themselves, and yeah, they all use their secret light technique like mirror slash and just like attack all of them at once. I'm not gonna lie, if you're just judging it without the whole Naruto little thing there, that was pretty fucking cool, but it's so Naruto-esque that I just can't ignore it. Honestly, like, I do enjoy it. That's not saying, like, oh, we go fuck it because it's doing that. I mean, Black Clover's done a lot of, like, sort of things that come from, like, Bleach, Naruto, a lot of the series and all that. Magi, what? Like, but I'm pretty sure there's a One Piece here or there or something like that. Like, it takes a lot from other series and then adds its own twist to it. This is kind of it as well at the same time, and I'm not gonna lie, it does have some kind of cool moments to it, but it's like, I feel like we're kind of going one step forward, two steps back, and I kind of want Clover to get into just its own shell right now, and I feel like this is just another thing that a lot of haters are just going to be saying, fuck you, it's a fucking Naruto ripoff, or some shit like that. Like, it literally day one this series like came out, the first chapter, people were trying to fucking slaughter it and slap it in the face, and it's like, it doesn't help the case when it's like there's more evidence on the field, if you know what I'm saying. Honestly, I'm not going to judge this chapter. I'm not going to rate it either. I just thought I'd honestly give you my thoughts about this one. It was an enjoyable chapter for the most part. I'm glad that this sort of thing is ending now, this whole arc. So I'm looking forward to get to the next, like, serious arc. And I'm guessing from what we're getting with next chapter, Sally's probably going to retreat because that monster's just now fucked, I'm guessing. Like, he just slashed that thing up and it was just like, yeah, boom, fucking done. It did look cool, and I will say is one thing I've noticed as well is that his art is really getting a lot better now throughout, like, it's now been like nearly a year now of Black Clover. So I've got to say, it was an enjoyable chapter, but, you know, because of the stuff in that one, I'm just going to give my thoughts on this one this week and not really give it a full review as I do with other series, because I'm still very mixed about whether or not I like that kind of little reference or if I hate that kind of thing. It's like, oh, stop doing that, Clover, what the fuck are you doing? So, yeah, I'm going to keep myself kind of to the sidelines, but I thought, because you guys probably missed me if I didn't do my Clover review, I thought I'd give you my opinions and my thoughts on it, because I know a lot of you guys, especially on YouTube and especially on the Reddit as well, has kind of given me some thoughts about Clover recently, and that's been pretty interesting. So let me know what you think about Chapter 45. Was you a little bit mixed on it as I was, or do you think, it's fine, just do it and all that? Personally, you know, I'm mixed, but, you know, we'll see where it goes from there. That's all from me, everyone. So thank you very much for watching, always, and I'll get to see you guys next time.